Number 10. Eating dirt. You might have heard of people who occasionally eat dirt as a joke, but for some, it's an actual addiction. Known as geophagy, this strange craving leads individuals to consume dirt, clay, or even chalk. Surprisingly, this isn't just a random habit. It's often linked to nutrient deficiencies, particularly iron. People with this addiction might seek out dirt for its supposed healing properties, or simply because their bodies crave the minerals in it. In some cases, it can be a sign of an underlying eating disorder called pica, where people are compelled to eat non-food substances. While it might seem harmless, eating dirt can cause gastrointestinal problems, infections, and even poisoning if the dirt contains harmful bacteria or toxins. So, next time you're feeling like a snack, maybe skip the dirt and grab some fruit instead. Number 9. Body odor. Let's be real, most of us avoid body odor at all costs. But for some, the scent of sweat is strangely alluring. Known as osmophilia, this addiction involves a strong desire or even arousal from the smell of human sweat or body odor. While this may sound extreme, it's actually more common than you'd think. People with osmophilia often experience heightened attraction to the scent of others' perspiration, and in some cases, it's linked to sexual arousal. It's still not fully understood why some individuals become addicted to this scent, but it's believed to be linked to both psychological and physiological factors. For some, it's just an obsession with a unique smell. For others, it becomes a deeper, uncontrollable compulsion. So next time you catch a whiff of someone else's sweat, just remember, some people find it intoxicating. Number 8. Eating hair. Imagine chewing on your own hair. Sounds weird, right? But for some people, this isn't just a random habit, it's an addiction. Trichophagia is the compulsive eating of hair, and it's often associated with a condition called trichotillomania, where individuals pull their own hair out. People with trichophagia often consume the hair they pull out, which can lead to serious health risks like gastrointestinal blockages or malnutrition. In some extreme cases, the hair can form a mass inside the stomach, known as a bezoar, which may require surgery to remove. While this might sound like an extreme behavior, it's actually part of a psychological condition that needs attention and treatment. So if you ever catch yourself twirling a strand of hair, you might want to check if it's a sign of something deeper. Number 7. Licking walls. Now this is a truly bizarre addiction. Some people have a strange craving to lick walls. Known as psychogenic pica, this addiction involves a compulsion to lick or even eat non-food items, like walls, rocks, or even concrete. It's thought to be caused by a deficiency in minerals or a psychological disorder, and it's more common among people with autism spectrum disorders. People with this addiction often experience a sensory pleasure from the act of licking or from the taste of the surface, which can be oddly comforting to them. In some cases, the wall might contain lead or other dangerous materials, putting the individual at risk for poisoning or other health issues. So next time you think about licking a wall, maybe give it a second thought. Number 6. Drinking paint. You might think of paint as something that belongs on your walls or your art canvas, but for some, it's an addiction they just can't shake. Known as plumbism, this addiction leads individuals to consume lead-based paint, especially in older homes. While this may sound more like a danger than an addiction, some people with pica are drawn to the taste of lead-based paint chips. This condition is particularly harmful because lead poisoning can cause irreversible damage to the brain, kidneys, and other organs. Children are particularly vulnerable to plumbism, which is why many countries have taken steps to eliminate lead from household products. But for those suffering from this addiction, the craving for the taste of paint can be overwhelming, and the effects are both dangerous and long-lasting. Number 5. Haircuts. Not to be confused with eating hair, some people are actually addicted to getting haircuts. Known as trichophilia, this addiction revolves around a compulsion to get frequent haircuts, often as a form of relaxation or gratification. For some, the sound of the clippers or the sensation of hair being cut can be soothing or even arousing. It's not just about the appearance, it's about the experience itself. In some cases, people with this addiction may obsess over the look or feel of a freshly cut hairstyle, and the need to get haircuts can become frequent and excessive. While this addiction isn't as harmful as some of the others, it can still lead to financial and emotional distress. So, if you find yourself at the salon every other day, maybe it's time to take a step back and ask why. Number 4, eating plastic. Plastic is everywhere. It's in our food packaging, our water bottles, and even our clothing. But for some, this material isn't just something to throw away, it's something to eat. Known as plasticophagia, this addiction involves consuming plastic items like bags, wrappers, or even small plastic toys. People who have this addiction may find themselves chewing on plastic or even swallowing it. Like other forms of pica, plasticophagia can be caused by nutrient deficiencies or psychological conditions. But eating plastic can have serious consequences, like blockages in the digestive system or poisoning. In extreme cases, it may require surgery to remove the plastic from the body. So while plastic might be all around us, it's definitely not something you should be putting in your mouth. Number 3, eating chalk. Chalk isn't just for classrooms. It's also something that some people are addicted to eating. This strange craving falls under the umbrella of geophagy, which also includes eating dirt or clay. For some people, eating chalk becomes a source of comfort or relief, and it's often a sign of an iron or calcium deficiency. Chalk, which is made of calcium carbonate, can satisfy the body's need for these minerals. But consuming chalk can also cause long-term health problems, including digestive issues, kidney damage, and even poisoning. In some cases, people may end up consuming large quantities of chalk every day. So while it may seem like a harmless habit, eating chalk can lead to serious health risks. Number 2, obsessive nail biting. Nail biting is a habit that most of us have probably indulged in at some point. But for some, it's an addiction that's nearly impossible to stop. Known as onychophagia, this addiction involves compulsively biting nails, sometimes to the point of causing injury to the fingers or gums. The habit can cause infections, permanent nail damage, and even scarring. While it's often a response to anxiety or stress, onychophagia can become so ingrained that individuals feel the need to bite their nails, even when there's no stress present. For some people, this addiction can be a lifelong struggle that requires therapy or behavioral treatment to overcome. So, if you've ever caught yourself biting your nails nervously, you're not alone. But for some, it's a much bigger problem. Number 1, sleeping. Who doesn't love a good nap? But for some, sleeping can become an addiction that goes far beyond the typical desire to rest. Known as hypersomnia, this addiction involves excessive sleeping or the compulsion to sleep for long periods of time. People with hypersomnia may sleep up to 16 hours a day, often feeling tired or lethargic even after a full night's rest. While it may seem like a harmless addiction, hypersomnia can interfere with daily life, work, and relationships. It's often linked to depression, anxiety, or other mental health conditions. And treatment may involve addressing the underlying causes of the excessive sleepiness. So, while a good nap can be refreshing, for some, it's a serious addiction that requires professional help. And that's a wrap on some of the strangest addictions people actually have. Who knew, right? Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this as fascinating as I did. See you next time.